Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy DT3, man, and I'm back at you with another video, man. New media, notification gang, gold squad. What it is, man. Look, check this out, man. Look. Now, shout out to Rebel Life. Rebel Life Boxing. I was just scrolling on my YouTube and found out that we have Keyshawn Davis versus Edwin Dos Santos coming up. I think June 2nd. You know, when fighters want to fight, they fight. Your favorite fighter, whom is probably Tank Davis, they not taking them fights. Ryan Garcia, they're not taking them fights. T.O. will. That is the T.O. say dumb shit, but he will fight though. I gotta give a nigga that. I hate the shit that come out that nigga mouth about a good 80 to 90% of the time. But when it comes to a motherfucker that's about that action, he will fight you though. I give a nigga that. Cause straight up, Keyshawn, you a real one. You a real one for this. I don't really fuck with you like that. I really don't. I think you're good. I think when you go against somebody who is good too, like really good, you're going to lose. I am not looking forward to you losing. I'm just saying that I see some little flaws in your game and I see what kind of fighter will beat you. Edwin has the potential to do that. Because quiet is kept. Keep it real with you. I don't think you got that much punching power like that. I'm not sold on that with you. What I'm sold with Keyshawn Davis is, bruh got boxing skills. No, I ain't gonna take that from a nigga. Nigga got some skills. Am I sold and thinking like he got some like, ooh, wow type punching power and shit? Nah, no. There is nothing about Keyshawn. And I said the thing is, when y'all fans come to my channel and I give my critique of fighters that y'all are like hyping up like they the next thing since sliced bread and shit, I'm looking at it from a perspective number one, because I've seen damn near every type of fighter you could think of. Every type. All right? I've studied boxing. I've been watching boxing since the 90s. Because that's when I was actually really watching it. But since I've been on my YouTube shit, I've been studying it more. Looking at different styles, different fighters, and all that type of shit throughout the history of the sport. Keyshawn is nothing new. Just like I told y'all about Subriel Matias. When I looked at him and I saw he come forward, oh, he gonna lose when he fights somebody who could really box. Because he's going to take punishment. He don't have crazy power. He has like Triple G was an anomaly, bro. Like Triple G, yeah. Like if Triple G was, let's hype this up real quick. Let's just say, because Triple G we ended up seeing Triple G at 35 when he was on HBO. He was 35-year-old man. He wasn't no young pup. He wasn't no spring chicken. When you first get a glimpse of Triple G, that's a 33, 35-year-old man right there. When you first start watching him on HBO, that nigga's in his 30s, cuz. Nigga was not no spring chicken. Okay? So you take a fighting style and a fighter like a Triple G who can take your best shot and be like, haha, I got you, bitch. That was sweet. That was cute. I love it. Chef's kiss. And still walk you down and hit you, and it's like, ooh, shit. Yeah. Yes. Triple G is that. A lot of you cats, y'all not that. Y'all not that. Subriel Matias was not that. Just think, if Triple G had the volume of Subriel Matias, you get what I'm saying here, okay? Ain't nobody standing in there with a young Triple G throwing that type of fucking punch volume. Right? No, stop. Stop. Now, if he was that, you would be talking. Sabril Matias was not that. Is not that. Okay? Keyshawn Davis is a great fighter. He will solidify himself in this era of boxing if he has not already. All right? But his style is beatable. There is nothing about his style that's like, ooh. If he makes a mistake against Edwin, he in trouble. This is a good fight. This is really going to give you a gauge of where Keyshawn really is. Because Edwin is going to come forward. Keyshawn cannot fight this dude like he fought the last dude standing there in the shoulder roll, letting dude lean and no, you can't do that. He heavy-handed. He could hit you. He don't have to hit you clean for you to feel that shit. He don't have to clip you clean for him to hurt you. That dude got some pop in them hands. And he's not afraid to throw volume. The only time I've ever seen Edwin Dos Santos not let his hands go was when he fought Shakur Stevenson. And I really felt he was too worried about this nigga countering him with 1 and 2 punches. Shakur don't got that type of pop. You had volume. You could have wore Shakur Stevenson down. And on top of that, he had a fucked up hand. So if you would have been applying actual pressure with punches instead of your feet and actually letting your hands go, you could have exposed it, based on his hand being fucked up, you would have exposed that. He wouldn't have been able to do nothing. He'd have been scared he'd have been too busy trying to defend you. And you didn't do that. You worried about him throwing 1 to 2 punches? Edwin? Shakur wasn't throwing shit that fight. And there was no reason for Edwin to be that goddamn gun shy. There was no reason. You know you hit hard. Your punches hurt too, Edwin. All right? And your footwork was trash. There was no way that you should not have tried to corner dude and keep him in the corner and let your hands go and go to the body and shit like that. That's how you stop them. All right? That's how you beat a mover. You go to the body. Hit him on the hip. You know what I'm saying? All that. Instead of trying to headhunt. He already waiting for that. He's looking for that. You know what he's not looking for? Getting hit on the arm, hitting the shoulder, hitting them in the nerve between where the shoulder and the bicep and tricep is, hitting them right there. That shit will kill the arm. It will deaden the arm, all the shit. All little tricks of the trade that you should know and do. Especially when you are a person that is heavy-handed. Like Edwin Dos Santos. So, Keyshawn is going to have to box a masterful fight for this. If Edwin show up, he going to have to box a masterful fight. He cannot sit there with Edwin and just let Edwin do him and try to counter that shit. Edwin going to hurt him. Okay? And we haven't seen what happens when Keyshawn gets hit with some hot shit. We already know Edwin got some hot shit in them gloves, boy. So, I think it's a great fight. I'm looking forward to it. I think, I'm thinking Keyshawn gonna probably edge it out in a split. But stylistically, if Edwin fight the way he should, he could make it. He could possibly edge out. But Keyshawn Davis is the bigger name. If Edwin Dos Santos do not put Keyshawn Davis on his ass at least once or twice, he not gonna win the fight on points. Even if he's throwing hella punches, if Keyshawn is able to deal and he's pot-shotting him and Edwin is throwing all and he's pot-shotting and he's looking cool and all that, they'll give Keyshawn the fight. Edwin has to make it look like Keyshawn is uncomfortable in there. If Edwin could make Keyshawn look uncomfortable throughout the duration, then he could probably edge a SD. He's not going to get a UD, bro. He's going to get either a majority or a split. But he ain't getting no UD. Even if it should be, he's going to get a split or a majority if he wins, for sure. Okay? But I recommend that Keyshawn kind of, in the early rounds, kind of see what he's going to do. kind of want him to see if he'll try to make Edwin kind of punch himself out. So to the mid round. So from the mid to the late rounds of the fight, you can kind of pick them apart. Because punchers are always dangerous the first 6 rounds. I don't give a fuck what you say. If this dude is a puncher, he's gonna be always dangerous throughout the duration of the fight. But he is most dangerous within the first 6 rounds. I stand corrected. Anybody who has natural God-given punching power is dangerous throughout the duration of a fight. Whether if it's a 12-round fight or if you're fighting MMA rounds, 3 to 5 rounds, okay? Because they could just catch you with something and now you on Wobble Street, okay? So as long as anybody who has that potential is dangerous from the word go until the clock does 000, okay? But I see Edwin being the most dangerous towards Keyshawn between round 1 and 6, and maybe 7. But if Keyshawn is able to deal or manage him, I think he can box his ears off and put on a clinic from the mid to late rounds. Keyshawn Davis is not as tall as Shakur Stevenson either. His reach is not as long as Shakur Stevenson's. So the range will be different. You got to remember, Shakur was able to control the range. He had a longer reach. He was able to dictate the pace more. Keyshawn will not be able to do that as well as Shakur did. Because they're two different fighters, 2 different styles, 2 different body types. Now, like I said, Keyshawn gonna be cool at first. He popping. But if he cannot maintain that throughout the duration and Edwin keeps forward pressure throughout, he can break Keyshawn. He can break him. Okay? So, this is a toss-up. In my opinion, it's a toss-up. Stylistically, get off the names. Get off the fucking names. Look at how these motherfuckers fight. Judge them based on actual styles and their skill set. Okay? Stop getting caught up because a nigga name is big. That don't mean a nigga really gonna be all that just because a nigga got a big name. Okay? Famous just because a nigga got... Like, Jake Paul is not the best 175-pound boxer. He's the most popular. But motherfuckers will say he's the best because he got the most eyes on him. The Cowboys get the most eyes on him every goddamn year. They have not won a playoff game in 26 years. But yet and still, every year, Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. Niggas ain't won a playoff game since Jesus was a pup. But every year, the Cowboys is going. So you can sit here and say he gonna be this and you can say all day long, niggas ain't winning shit. Niggas ain't fighting for shit. So you can sit there and say he's an all-time great. How the fuck you call a nigga all-time great after 15 fights? Ridiculous. 15 fights, he all-time great, 1 belt. Okay. Giving niggas all-time great. Niggas vacate like a motherfucker. Get a belt, vacate. Get a belt, your mandatory is nope, vacate. Get off their names, bro. Study the sport, bro. Know what you're looking at, bro. Keyshawn can win this fight. Probably will. If he fights smart. If he go in there fighting stupid, thinking he could sit there and be cute with Edwin gonna got some shit for you, bro. Edwin gonna have some shit for you. Period. Edwin is not no pushover. He ain't a pushover. If Keyshawn make him look like a pushover, like I said, Keyshawn got skills. I'm not sold out on his punching power. I ain't sold on that shit. But the bruh got skills, bruh. Bruh got that. So if he can make Edwin look foolish based on his skill set, okay, well. I believe he got the potential to do it. Let's see if it happens. Let's see. Waiting to see, bro. We'll find out June 2nd, man. We will find out June 2nd. Wow.